There is the best and best of the rest. There is the first and those who follow. No one disputes who was the first to win 3 consecutive Section 3 wrestling championships, and who would be foolish enough to suggest anyone other than one quick but tough 119-pounder as the best. Yes, best of the best was West Genesee's Dan Hunt, and still is. Talented yet humble, Hunt splashed on the scholastic wrestling scene in 1971 by finishing second in the state as a 112-pound freshman. He never lost another scholastic match, en route to capturing state titles at 119 in 1972, 73, and 74. Dan was the only one in the one-division era to record a championship trifecta. What set him apart from all the others? It's been a half-century since Hall of Famer Mike Messer first came across Hunt in junior high.
Junior high at that time, in 1968-69, and I had Dan in physical education. I coached him in wrestling and lacrosse. You could tell right away he was special. He was a special kind of athlete. He had strength, speed. He was mature. He had something special, especially in the wrestling realm, that he had balance.
Dave Griffin, Dan's brother-in-law, was a wrestling teammate.
He come walking in the wrestling room, down the stairs and around the room on his hands, so he had an unbelievable balance.
In Carl Rystrom's first year as West Jenny head coach, he has a freshman 112-pounder named Dan Hunt.
Once we saw him on the mat, we were impressed. Jenny was very quick, and when he moved, he moved. The other kid didn't have a chance to really dodge him or counter him.
The bar set by Dan Hunt simply could not be reached by others for years. He was undefeated in his last 88 matches, a 3-3 tie with Fulton's Randy the Razor Gillette, the only blemish, so to speak. There was a legendary close call in the 73 state finals at the Utica War Memorial. Cicero's Pat Green, like Hunt, a member of the upstate New York chapter of the Wrestling Hall of Fame, recalls the significance of it all.
The match was a dogfight. Dan ends up winning by a point in the last couple of seconds on that locked hands call. The fellow took second and said to him, "You got real lucky, the refs were on your side." And Dan looked down at him and said, "You're right." The fellow thought for a second or two and said, "No, you won fair and square."
Wrestling USA magazine selected Hunt to its 1974 high school All-America team. For all his greatness, there was no bravado, just humility. 4-time sectional and 3-time state champ on the mat, Dan accepted a scholarship to Syracuse, but left after a semester. No more wrestling, time to go to work. And did you know Dan was also a terrific lacrosse player? Second team All-County, co-captain and MVP of the 74 team coached by Bill Warmoth, a team that won 17 in a row and a 5th consecutive OHSL title. A 3-year starter, Hunt scored 91 points in his last 2 seasons. Voted top 15 among New York State's all-time athletes, he was simply the best area schoolboy wrestler ever.
We would wrestle a 6-minute match to get ready for the end of the week when we had the matches. And when I wrestled, if the guy got in on a deep double leg takedown, I'd kind of let him take me down. And Dan looked at me and said, "What? You let him take you down? And he didn't deserve it?" He goes, "Oh no, I never do that. I never let anybody get a point on me if they don't deserve it, even in practices."
And to think, the kid who loved gymnastics only switched to wrestling because junior high had no gymnastics equipment. Dan and Sherry Hunt have 2 children, Emily and Dan. And now Dan Hunt becomes a member of the Greater Syracuse Sports Hall of Fame, class of 2019.